Why knowledge matters.
Well, I think it's the best way actually to live and designing also your life. If you start with, okay, what is it, what I want to do, what kind of value do I want to live, what kind of impact I want to, have, and what kind of contribution I want to have, at the end, right? And then you look at, okay, well, how do I assess it, right? How do I see if I'm on the right path in my life? And then ultimately, you you decide how to actually go about, right? So it is fantastic. It's truly, and this is why I find your work is so powerful, because it helps as much teachers, parents, but also the ordinary folk who want to truly live an extraordinary life. And one of the big challenges I find in our life is, we go, for example, swimming. We have a swim coach, right, that teaches us how to swim. We have a hockey coach. We have a reading coach. We have all kind of coaches, right? But no one in our lives tells us how to actually also live life, right? And you are truly a testimony, and that's why I'm so grateful actually talking to you, that we can actually also learn how to truly live and cherish and striving, in our lives, because this is always we always look at the peak, right? We look at the successes of whatever is swimming or whatever, but what really life is always between the peaks, right? And so by designing something like you just mentioned, then everything just gets easier, right? You start really embracing whatever you face, because you know that you have a vision, and you won't be as easily cut up with stuff that don't matter in your life.
Well said.
So how have you planned with your wife, for example, your life? Have you draw specifically on these skills? Obviously you have, but how has it impacted your relationship with your loved ones, for example, your wife or children or friends?
Well, I don't set out with a planning template to chart my life, even as I recommend that for curriculum. But as I mentioned, it's a way of thinking. And so as I think about my life and I interact with my loved ones, I'll sometimes use questions just to provoke thinking and conversation. Or I'll think about, if we make a decision to go on this vacation or make this major purchase, you know, what will be success? How will we know that this was a good move or a good purchase? Um, so it's pretty informal, but guided by the framework I just laid out. And
What
I
are
don't. I must say I don't do it all the time. In some cases, I pay for it when I don't use that approach.
That's why knowledge matters. Make your life a masterpiece. Visit now programs.d-ykm.com.